Well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I know it has been forever since I have uploaded a video. Life's just been busy, and yeah, it just happens. So I do this YouTube thing for fun. I don't do it for a job, and sometimes work inside work gets prioritized. Just kind of how it is. But I haven't really been doing anything outdoors anyways. Pretty much I went through deer season, had a great time with that. I think I went ice fishing twice, and yeah, worked the rest of the time. But we are slowly getting ready for the 2022 season, and I figured I would do a video on some of the stuff that I have gotten for the season. Not only fishing, but kayaking, or for the kayak. Yeah, so without further ado, let's dig right into it. First thing we are going to show you is these things are called drop shot jocks. Pretty much what they are is they clip onto your rod, and it's a place for your drop shot hook to go into to keep things from getting tangled. I don't have the little clips down at the butt of my rods to clip anything to, so for $5 I figured I'd try out those. Next is a pair of Blackfish, I think they're the Arid gloves. Yeah, Arid gloves. My buddy Bailey over at the Serious Angler podcast is working with them this year, and figured I'd give them a shot. I've never had anything from Blackfish, but figured I'd give them a shot. I still have my NRS ones. They're not bad, but figured I'd give these a shot. Next thing is fishing line. I was smart this year and bought it in bulk. If you don't buy your line in bulk, I would highly suggest it. I had found last year that either different conditions in a tournament, or for whatever reason you got to change your line throughout the year, I'd go to the store, I'd spend $25 on a 150-yard spool of line for it to either backlash or want to change it to a different size or whatever. So what I ended up doing was I ended up buying my fluorocarbon in bulk this year, which you save a lot of money doing that. I've got 10 pound, 12 pound, and 15 pound Seaguar and VizX. The 10 and 12 I got in 1,000-foot spools. The 15 is a 600-yard spool. I wanted this in 1,000, but I looked at my order and I ordered the 600 and not the 1,000. That's definitely my fault. But anyways, that's the fishing line for fluorocarbon. And then I got some 15 pound Seaguar Smackdown in the flash green braid color. That's going to be for my spinning rods. I had yellow last year, but I'm going to give the green a shot. And then I got some 50 pound Seaguar Smackdown braid for summertime punching and all the other good stuff. Next on the list is these bait sacks. I got 3 medium size and 3 small sizes. I'll open one up here. Whoops. Open one up here and kind of show you. They're kind of like a I don't even know what kind of material, but they're a material that won't get your hook caught in it. And they just kind of open up at the end like that. You kind of pinch them, slide your lure in and out. The reason I think I'm going to enjoy these is because the ones I had before were the flaps from Bass Pro, and they were like cotton inside or some crap. And every time you put a jerkbait or a crankbait or a chatterbait in there, anything with a hook, really, you put it in there and you go to open it and your hook's caught, and then you're trying to get it out and you're snipping it, and then you got fuzzies on your hooks and they're bending hooks, and it was just a nightmare. So got some new bait sacks. Next, what do we want to do next? So next on the list is some dielectric silicone compound. I'm going to put this on all my electrical connections, heat shrink, all that other good stuff. I will show you that on my video when I rig up the kayak with all my electronics. Next on the list is a spare prop for my motor. Always good to have in case something bad happens. I also got a spare rudder cable. I actually bought this as a spare, but the one that I have on my kayak that came with it is like a nylon. This actually is a steel one. So I'm going to replace the nylon one with the steel one and keep the nylon one for the backup. I think this steel one will work out a lot better. We also got a new plug for my motor up in the front of the kayak. Like I said, I will show you all this electrical stuff when I rig up my kayak. First aid kit, always good to have on the kayak. Next thing is some spare scupper plugs. These are straight from Native, so they fit my kayak. Always good to have one of the things that's very easy to lose, and if you have a native, you know that they are 90% a wet ride. So scrubber plugs. Next on the list is some Kvd Line Conditioner. For some reason I thought that I wanted the 16 ounce, and it actually is very big. I should have gone with just the 4 ounce, but this will last me forever. I'm going to try it. I've always just put my line on and ran it under hot water for a while, and it seemed to be okay, but figured I'd give this stuff a shot. Next on the list is these reel gloves. They're just neoprene covers that go on your reels. As we all know, reels and rods and everything else fishing is very expensive, and it's always good to protect your investments. I'm going to use these pretty much when I'm traveling. I actually got a new toy for the rods. I will show you that in another video. But always good to have some protection on your rods and reels. Never can hurt with that. Next on the list is a Yek Attack through-hole wiring kit. That's going to be for part of the electrical in the kayak, like I said earlier with the plug. Next on the list is, now I'm not sure if I'm going to use this, but this is a Yak Power. I actually had one of these last year. It worked well. My electrical mistake, I actually blew it up. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this though. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I'm going to do the wiring, but I picked it up anyways just in case I needed it. Next on the list is a spare prop for my pedal drive. I don't use my pedal drive very much, but when I need it, if my motor battery goes dead or anything else and I need my pedals, always good to have a spare, because last year, if you guys have followed the channel for a while, I had a little issue on the water, and I think it was the Canandaigua Lake tournament last year, and I actually, I was driving my kayak pretty much blind, and I couldn't see. I was having like a sugar attack or something, and I actually had my pedal drive down, and I ran into a stump, and I broke my prop. So, always good to have a spare prop. You never know when that's going to break. Next is just some cheap lights from Amazon for my kayak, the red and green lights. I will show them in another video. Next is a ram mount for my fish finder. This is for a 7-inch it says, but I have a 9-inch, and I think it'll be just fine. But I had a Yek Attack lock and load one last year, which it works fine. It'll be a good backup. But this one is a ball mount, and you pretty much have unlimited ways to put your kayak up, down, left, right, up, whatever. So yeah, new fish finder mount. Next on the list is a new cover for the rear hatch of my kayak. Last year I drilled a hole in it, brought my wires for my motor up through it with a through-hole wiring kit. Needless to say, it didn't work. It leaked, and I should have known better, because as you can see, this is flimsy. So new cover, so hopefully you don't get any more water in the kayak. Next on the list is a new tournament scale. This is the Rapala tournament scale. I've always had just cheap scales, and I wanted a really nice one. It's a little bulky for the kayak, but I really like the touchscreen and how you can save fish and see what your total bag is at the end. So yeah, new scale. Next on the list is a Yek Attack boomstick. This is the longer one. I think it's like 60 inches or something like that. I had the shorter one last time, but I ended up breaking that during duck season. So I figured I'd try the bigger one. Give me a little more view around the kayak, and hopefully be able to catch more, especially like topwater bites off to the side of the boat and stuff like that. So got a new boomstick, and then last but not least, got a new net. This is the G2 Pro floating net. This is pretty popular on YouTube with kayakers. I'm going to try it just a single handle, I think. Some people extend it. I might do that as well. I'm not really sure. I'm going to have to get on the water and figure out what I want to do with it. But last but not least is a new fishing net. So with that being said, that's pretty much the gear that I've gotten so far for the 2022 season. There's still some projects that I have to do on the kayak. I'm going to build a few things that I will make videos about, and I'm still waiting for parts on that. But I figured I would get back on here, say hi, and let you know that we are going to be uploading regularly now that life has kind of calmed down for me a little bit. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching. If you don't know already, you can follow me at Instagram. I'll probably put it right around in here. And yeah, make sure you like and subscribe. Hoping to hit 1,000 subscribers this year. That's the goal. So yeah, I appreciate the view, and we will see you on the next video.